very good morning once again, and welcome to our views. And this is a segment where we talk about real life conversations. Today is Friday and the weekend is upon us, and what happens is during the weekend people are always very excited to go out, have fun with their people, go and enjoy life. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be acquaintances, it can be that one person that you have always wanted to take out on a date, and you know you're planning on taking them out tonight or even tomorrow. So the ladies and I today are talking about going cash or cashless, or you can call it debit card, it can be mobile money, it can be e-banking, all that is involved in this. So the question today is, and we actually did post it on our social media platforms, as we head into the weekend, as you plan on enjoying life on the weekend, how can you, I mean, we are living at a time when, you know, the cost of living crisis in Uganda is very, very worrying at the moment. People are crying right, left and center about not having money. The other day, one prominent Ugandan talked about, we are broke, we cannot afford life. So what is the convenient way as a Ugandan that you can spend your money? Is it cash? Is it cashless? And joining me today are the ladies, Sarah Apollo, Shivan Auma, and Priva Elibas. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning,
Ivy.
Okay, what can you afford?
Oh yeah, Mr. Robert Kaushenga said that we are broke, we cannot afford life, and so many people resonated with that statement because of the current.
Statement.
Yes, but
reality.
People actually did resonate with that because it's the reality at the moment. You're buying about
it's not
soap
ideal,
at
but it is the
10,000.
reality.
At 10,000, you're buying sugar 8,000 or so. So yes, actually the cost of living crisis in the country is very worrying. But how would you prefer to spend your money as we go to into the weekend? Do you want to go cash or cashless? And I'm starting with Shivan because she's giving me this eye of, you know what, but you know what, tell us, how would you want to do it?
How would I want to spend my money? Okay. That's a very tough question. Anyway, how would I want to spend my money? I usually doing what you love most. I like being with my friends, hanging out maybe in nature, and just maybe having a few drinks and having good food. It's very important, especially Fridays are mostly for me. Is a day when I hang out with my girls. Like, it's time to catch up, it's time to party. Like, you know, it's those people that regardless of what happens, you will not wake up and say, where am I? Like, you will know I'm sleeping with my girlfriend in bed, you know, that sort of thing. So for me, it would be spending very wisely, but of course not going beyond my budget or my limit. So I would do it I would first of all look out for a place that is very convenient, but also not so pricey. Again, according to my budget. Very many times we say we do not have money, but you go to the most bougie places that you cannot afford. So first things first is go to a place that caters to your budget. Go to a place where you know, or if possible, if you do not have the money in your bank account, if you know that you can go to a place and they probably will give you drinks on credit or give you food on credit, that also could be a way to go. There are people, yes, depending on the kind of brand or name you have built over time. Like last time we talked and said there are places where you enter and Jose Chameleon doesn't need to pay for his drinks and people are actually there to buy. So yeah, in a way, choose a place that definitely fits your budget, where you're not going to overspend, but also set a limit. Now the thing about Ugandans and very many things that we do all the time is that you keep telling yourself, I'm not going to spend more than 100K. I have to leave the bar at 10, or you have to leave where you are going to be at 10, or if you've gone out with your friends, 9 p.m. reaches, you're still, maybe if you've gone for, let's say, a house party, you're still at the house party. 10 p.m. reaches, you're still there. 11 p.m. reaches, you've even gone now past your budget. So again, now that goes to discipline. Stick to a budget and stick to a certain time when you're going to leave and the amount of money that you're going to spend.
Okay.
And don't move around with an ATM card, because every single thing you'll be swiping. Sandra used to make fun of it and she would say it's another terrible mistake. Every single thing you swipe. But if you have limited cash, so the moment the cash is ready, is done, you'll chase yourself.
Sarah, what would you prefer? Or what would be convenient for you?
Cash or cashless?
Cash or cashless? You tell us.
First of all, it depends on which part of the country you are in. Because if you are around, say if you're traveling and you're going to go through, you know, the border land routes, like in Gatuna, that is Uganda-Rwanda border, or you're in Malaba or Busia, the most convenient thing to do is to go cashless, because Uganda has about 30 million mobile money users. So that means it is everywhere and it is spread vastly. Now at borders, it's a lot easier because you can swiftly, transact your money and not have to find a forex bureau first and then have to pay. It depends on which part of the country. If you're in Kampala city, then you can definitely have your debit card on you and just keep swiping. So for me, it's all about, it's about convenience and where you are at the moment, all right? But I would, just for the sake of, so that you don't inconvenience yourself, it's better to go both ways. Just have some cash on you and then have,
as backup, just in
yeah.
case.
Have your ATM. If you don't want to move your ATM, at least have mobile money. You can put a certain amount of money on your mobile money for emergencies. But it's also good to have cash, because these border guys never have change.
Yes, they don't
They
have the
never
500.
have change.
Oh,
Exactly. Never. So it's good to have some cash on you, and if you have cash, let it be change.
Yes.
And then if you have, then have money on your mobile money, or have your debit card so that you can use it to make, larger transactions. So for me, I prefer to go both ways.
Okay.
I like the fact that you guys mentioned how an ATM is not a scam, but how it can be misleading. Every time you're swiping, but then we also have mobile money. You are on the internet and your bundle is done, you buy. Someone is saying, oh, I need this and this, you send. It's like you're spending when you have, especially now, like in the era that we're in, we're using our phones way too much. You're almost on your phone like all the time. So for me, when it comes to the issue of money, for the sake of convenience, just like Sarah mentioned, I would like to have both. But if I had an option, I would have cash and just be able to know, okay, I'm going to move with this amount of cash, and this is my limit. This is what I have to spend. This is what I need to get, to use to get everything done today. So for me, when it comes to cashless or cash, I prefer cash.
Just a follow-up.
Because it sets the...
What if you are moving downtown? I know I've used this example for quite some time. And then they steal your cash or your wallet disappears.
But
What
you're
happens?
the only person they are waiting for.
No.
whose money is going to be
There are
stolen.
always those instances, so you cannot rule them out. So imagine you just went with cash.
Actually, you have to
you
admit,
don't have the card with you.
I have to
and-
admit that I'm one of the people who fear going downtown with a lot of money. It's like I'm always like on so much pressure, like the anxiety is crazy. I'm always thinking that I'm either going to grab a bag or do this or do that. So for me, I feel like when it comes to still having, I don't have that worry of like, oh, they're going to,
Okay.
like it shouldn't really be that much.
For me, it's cash, and if anyone would want to send me money, definitely, you'd rather call me and give me the money. In cash, I honestly prefer cash.
With your charges, you don't have,
I'm also talking. Are you Kuba Kalango to someone who is
I'm just
watching?
saying.
that they should send you
I'm just
money, or
saying.
you're
I
just-
prefer cash. It's
I
very
prefer
convenient for me. But these are some of the advantages of actually having cash on you, because most Ugandans actually prefer cash to cards, and one of them is no security breaches. Now, paying with cash protects your money and personal information from security breaches. It is because when paying with cash, there is no personal information or details involved in the process, and that is absolutely true. The other one is no overspending. Psychologically, it's more difficult for someone to hand over cash than swiping the cards. It's due to the existent or the paper money in your wallets that make you actually aware of how much you spend, and also less marketing. When you pay using cash, the potential of being asked about your email address or phone number is less. But as we wrap up the conversation and head into the weekend, I just have one question. It might be unrelated to cash or cashless, but when you invite someone out, or if someone invites you out, do you expect them to pay the bill? Or as friends or acquaintances, you would rather, split the bill? And if you're splitting the bill, do you split it according to what everyone has, consumed in terms of food and drinks, or you just have to split it equally?
no, listen, if it comes down to splitting the bill, pay for what you ordered for, because it's not fair if somebody gets a bottle of water and you order a whole bottle of wine. Now we have to go halfway. Are you mad? Are you mad? Pay for what you ordered for. If you're saying that let's split the bill, then you pay your bill, I pay my bill. That is the only fair way to do it. And but when it comes down to going out with somebody, it depends on who you're going out with,
Yeah, and how close you
and
are.
how close you are, because there are some friends who you go out with and then they automatically always pay. It's just like their role that they have assigned themselves. For instance, when I go out with my older sisters, they take care of everything. They make sure, get what you want, are you fine? Because it's like when you go out with your parents, do you pay?
I mean,
They pay.
Sarah, I hate
You you get?
tax.
They pay unless it is when you're intentional about it, you say, I want to take you out and I'm going to take care of the bill. Yeah, also if your person is taking you out, the man always has to pay.
What if the man doesn't have money?
Why are you going
Unless you're being intentional.
You can return the favor.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Unless you're being intentional, it's your birthday, or you made me happy, or I just want to do something nice
nice
for
for
you.
you.
Yes, then you go on and pay. But I think it's just the rule of the thumb. If you're older than me, you're paying. If you're you're paying. If you're my boss, you're paying.
Exactly. So for me, it would be whoever
It is what it is.
initiated the date. If you're saying that, hey Shivan, can we go out? Then you better be ready to cater for the bills. However, again, I think outside with what Sarah said, it depends on the level of closeness or what kind of connection you guys have. If I'm going out with my friends and I know we are all, of course, I do not think we have yet attained middle income status as a country, but I'm thinking if we are all like maybe middle income earners, then I would know we all do not have so much, so we'd chip in. But again, you pay for what you ordered for, not splitting the bill and saying 50-50. No, I don't think that would be fair. But whoever called up the phone and texted that said, Shivan Oliwa, you're the one going to cater for the bill.
Me, I think people should be, honest with each other when they're communicating. If you give me a call and you say, Priva, let's go out, and you don't mention anything else, I expect you to pay.
Exactly.
But if you give me a call and you say, Priva, I would like us to go maybe to this place and this place, let's sit down, let's, have a couple of drinks, but I have 100K on me, how much do you have? That you're setting you're letting me know.
Honest.
Yeah, you're letting me know if I'm to show up, I have to have my own money. So that we don't, we avoid these things of, the waiters bringing the bill, I tell you on phone calls, I tell you running here.
Okay, I totally agree with that, and I think yes, you should be intentional when you're going out with your friends. Talk about it. Say, I have this money, or I don't have money. Can you still accommodate me in your outing or not? I have a very other interesting conversation. I'd rather question, but I think it will take quite some time, unless we can say 3 seconds. I saw on Twitter they say that Ugandans have started subbing their friends on Twitter. I take you out, I pay the bill, I drop you back home, and then I go on Twitter and talk about you.
That's
what
not
would
a
you say
friend.
about that?
That's ridiculous.
That's not a
Then
friend.
why
I
are you
think that's
taking
very
me
mature
out?
and very childish.
Yes,
What was the point?
what is wrong with you? Why
Okay.
would you do
I
that?
think we just cannot have
Childish.
honest
Altogether
conversations with
childish.
each other.
All right, this is a conversation that was very interesting on
Childish in
Twitter,
2
and there were
seconds.
mixed reactions, and we definitely have to talk about it, I think, next week. But for now, you can connect with us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at CTV Uganda. Let us know, cash or cashless, what is it for you? Well, that winds up what we had for you on Our Views, but keep watching Sunrise at Sea and don't blink.
Well, I hope that you had a wonderful time with us right here on the show at Sunrise at Sea. I hope that as you're going into the weekend that you make wise decisions, that you be kind, that you follow SOPs, and please just be a good person, okay? All right? Just be a good person. Don't take people out and then now put them on blast and think that, oh, wow, you've saved the world by buying them a meal or taking them out. It's very childish. It's unnecessary. And please, like I said, just be a decent human being. Well, please connect with us across all social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CTV Uganda. If you're just tuning in, we still have more for you right here at CTV, and you can always watch a rerun of this show on our YouTube channel, and that is at CTV Uganda. Well, until next week, same time, same place, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Be good. Bye-bye. All right?
Cheers to